Hello, period 4. Today we are going to start putting lines on a graph. We are going to start graphing slope. Before we do that, there are some notes that we need to talk about. So go ahead and pull these up and look at these as I go through them with you. Earlier this week, we talked about slope was the change in y over the change in x, and that still holds true. When we're looking at a graph, sometimes it's easier to say rise over run, and that will make more sense once we start graphing them. So you'll hear that a lot, rise and run. Rise obviously meaning going up, run meaning going over. Okay, so the other thing that's going to be new today is the variable m. For some reason that is unknown to myself, okay, we say when we find that slope is 1 or slope is 1/4 or slope is a -2, we write m. Slope is m. Why is it not s for slope? I am not sure. M represents slope. Okay, so if I said the slope is +1, we would say m equals 1. Slope equals 1. Okay? Okay. Change in y over the change in x. Here's a few other things that we need to talk about. A zero slope or slope of 0. Remember, if a slope has 0, slope equals 0. Remember, it's a straight horizontal line, meaning no steepness. If you have 0 over x, that's going to be a slope of 0, or m equals 0. If that is reversed and you have x over 0, if you put any number divided by 0 into your calculator, it's going to say error in your calculator, okay? When you see that error, that's the one where we can say the slope is undefined. It's a straight vertical line, and we don't know what that slope is, okay? So again, slope of 0, no steepness. M is 0. If it's a straight vertical line, we're going to say no slope, or it's undefined. Okay, few other things, and we've talked about this already. A positive slope means it's going up and to the right. A negative slope would be going down. Okay. Alrighty. Moving on. Today's task is to draw a line from a point and the slope. So it's going to give us two things, okay? It's going to give us a coordinate point to plot on a coordinate plane or an ordered pair. And then it's also going to tell us what the slope is, okay? Here's the steps. Step 1, we're going to plot the point. So always find your ordered pair first. So when I plot for -2, I've already kind of done it for you. +4 goes down, -2, +4 to the right 4, -2 down 2. So this is for -2. That's step 1, is to plot the ordered pair it gives you. Now this is where the new part comes in. We're going to use the numerator of the slope to move up or down. Keep any negatives in the numerator and only use the negative once. Okay? We don't have a negative as of right now. The slope is 1. Okay? So it says use the numerator of the slope to go up or down. So if slope is 1, we can also say 1 over 1, which is 1. Okay? So if we're doing a slope of 1, the numerator tells us to go up or down. That's a positive 1, so we're going to go up 1. In other words, we're going to rise 1. Number 3, the denominator tells you to move left or right. Okay? We're going to always go right. Okay? So run 1. Okay, so the denominator tells you to go left or right. we're going to go right. It's a positive number. And this is where the saying rise over run comes in. So rise over run. The slope is 1, so we're going to rise 1, and then we're going to run 1. So I'm right here at 4, -2, and I'm going to rise 1, run 1. There's my next point. And then I'm going to rise 1, run 1. There's my next point. Rise 1, run 1. There's my next point. When you graph, I would like for you to try to at least have 3 points on the line before you draw your line. And you also need to label your line. This is a slope of 1. M equals 1. You connect the points, use a straight edge and arrows on the end. Okay, so that is the only practice problem on those notes, which is not enough, okay? So what you need to do now, and I've already got mine in here, in Canvas, there is a slope examples sheet, and it says day 3 EX for day 3 examples. And it's a half sheet of paper that I handed out in class, so the top and bottom are the exact same. So you need to download this, which has some graphing equations examples on the back side. Okay, here's what we're doing. Number 1, we're going to start with the point 4, -2 on graph 1. 4, -2. 4, -2 to the right, 4, down 2. There's my starting point, 4, -2. Now let's see what slope is. Okay, we're going to do slope of 1. Okay, now remember, you use a numerator and denominator. So if it's 1, we're just going to write 1 over 1, which means rise 1 and run 1, and it's positive, so we're going to go up because it's positive. It should be looking like a positive line. So rise 1, run 1, rise 1, run 1. And I know we're off the chart a little bit, but that's okay. Draw your arrow. And again, this is a slope of 1. Let's do another one. Let's look at number 2. Number 2 says we are going to plot -1, -4 first. -1, -4. Left 1, down 4. This is -1, -4. Everybody agree? -1, -4. Left 1, down 4. Okay. We want to have a slope of 4. So M is 4, and again, we can just put 4 over 1. We're going to rise 4 because it's positive, and run 1. So we're always going to run to the right, okay? So a slope of 4 means rise 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and run 1. Rise 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, run 1. Here's what you should notice. As soon as I plot this, I will show you. This is a slope of 4. Guys, the larger the slope, the steeper it is. So look at the steepness of number 2 compared to the steepness of number 1. A slope of 1 doesn't have a lot of steepness to it, okay? A slope of 4 is more steep. And they're both positive. They're going up and to the right. Let's look at number 3. We're going to plot -3, +1, -3, +1, which would be to the left 3 and up 1. And on this one, we're going to have a slope of 7. I'm not sure why we made it so hard or so high. So we're going to rise 7 and run 1. So rise 7, we're going to be off the chart. Again, not quite sure why we made it so difficult on ourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm guessing over 1. And again, I think we just wanted to kind of point out how steep the slope is. The higher the number, the steeper the slope. Make this go down a little bit as well. So again, this is a slope of 7. So again, you could compare that steepness of 7 to the steepness of 4. Okay. Alrighty, let's look at number 4. Now we're going to plot 0, 2 with a slope of 1/2. 1/2. Run 1. I'm sorry. Rise 1. Run 2. Rise over run. Okay. A steepness of 1/2, okay, is not going to be very steep. Let's plot 0, 2. 0 means nothing left or right, up 2. There's 0, 2. And it has a slope of 1/2. Rise 1, run 2. Rise 1, run 2. So up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. And again, the steepness is less steep. A slope of 1/2. Okay. Number 5. Now we're going to get into some negatives, so pay close attention. We're going to start off by graphing 3, -1. 3, -1, to the right 3, down 1, 3, -1. And on this one, we have a slope of -2. Again, we're going to put the -2 over 1. Now, since it's negative, we're going to go down 2 and then run 1. Always kind of put the negative up in the numerator. So obviously if it's positive, you go up. If it's negative, you go down. And we're always going to run to the right. Down 2, run 1. Down 2, run 1. Down 2, run 1. Guys, this was negative, and what do we know about a negative slope? Now it's going in the correct direction, right? It's going down. This is a slope of a -2. Okay, do you see the difference? Look at the other lines. They're going up and to the right, where this one is going down and to the left. It disappeared on me. Down 2, run 1, down 2, run 1. Slope of -2. The line is going down. Again, now you can look at it. Okay, let's finish up. Number 6, we're going to graph 4, 2 with a slope of -3. So again, we're going to go down 3 and run 1. 4, 2. 4, 2, positive 4. Positive 2. I already forget. 4, 2 with a slope of -3. Slope of -3. So down 3, 1, 2, 3, and run 1. Down 1, 2, 3, and run 1. A slope of a -3. That's not the best line, is it? And again, the line is going down, so you know it does represent a negative, and it's steeper than the -2. Let's look at number 7, 1, 0. 1, 0 would be to the right 1, and then we don't go anywhere, 0, left or right, or up or down. And we're going to do a slope of -2/3. I need a slope of a -2/3, which means down 2 and run 3. Okay, down 2, 1, 2, run 3, 1, 2, 3. Down 2, 1, 2, 3, run 3. And there would be our slope of a negative 2/3. Okay. Okay. And then the last one, number 8, is we're going to graph -1, -1, left 1, down 1. And it says slope is undefined. If you look back at the previous notes, we just said undefined is a vertical line, okay? Undefined is a vertical line, okay? So vertical just means straight up and down, and we don't know what the slope is, okay? It's undefined, vertical. If it would have said m equals 0, then it would have been a horizontal line going this way, but it didn't, okay? It said undefined, which means we're not quite sure. It's a straight vertical line. Okay, guys, we are going to practice lots more of these in the coming days. If you need to rewatch that video, feel free to do so, and you will be doing some practice problems with this on your virtual day, okay?